The US and a few other countries dealing with a third wave of coronavirus Delta strain infections are debating the need for a booster shot. While the CDC had earlier this month recommended a third dose for immunocompromised people or people with low immunity, a recent Lancet study points out that booster shots may not be appropriate at this time. While COVID-19 infections in India are declining, there is a fear that the festive season may cause a spurt. Having vaccinated only 14% of its population with 2 doses so far, does India need to or is in a position to consider booster shots? Here's what renowned public health expert and president of Public Health Foundation of India, Professor K. Srinath Reddy has to say.
I believe right now there is no evidence that boosters are required for anybody other than those who are immunocompromised and therefore have very low levels of immune response to the earlier 2 doses, or to people who have very serious comorbidities and in whom the immunity response has been rather poor. So the very elderly and the immune compromised are the likely candidates for these booster doses, if at all. Majority of the population at the moment do not qualify for such boosters, and it's best that we reserve these doses for others who have not yet been vaccinated or have been incompletely vaccinated.
Dr. Reddy was also of the view that the third wave could come in some parts of the country.
A third wave could possibly come in some parts of the country which have not had high levels of immunity established and where the virus is still in active circulation. However, we must understand that there are several factors that determine whether, when, and where the third wave will hit India. Firstly, what proportion of people have acquired immunity either through an infection in the previous 6 months or a vaccination in the previous 6 months. The remain susceptible. And among the susceptibles, how many have exposed themselves to the virus in any way by coming into contact with the case, knowingly or unknowingly? Then among them, how many have developed clinical symptoms and have been identified as cases to be counted as cases? And how many of them have been properly tested to be identified as such?
India's leading virologist, Dr. Gagandeep Kang, also believes that there is no third wave as of now. And she says it's the national pattern which defines the wave.
What we are seeing now is a number of cases that is not higher than anything that we have seen from June onwards. So it would be very difficult to say that we are in a third wave. Will we ever see numbers again that were like the first wave and the second wave, or will future waves be smaller? I think that's hard to say at the national level. If there are no new variants that are able to evade the immune response and able to spread very well, then I think it's extremely unlikely that we will see numbers that resemble anything like the second wave.
Well, Dr. Kang also talked about some of the variants that could be a cause for concern going forward.
As long as we have a lot of virus replicating in any part of the world, and currently we have very high rates globally, there is a likelihood that we will have variants that will be able to change characteristics. And the characteristics we are interested in is transmission and immune escape. Now, transmission we have seen with alpha being better than the ancestral variant, delta being better than alpha. The immune escape, fortunately for us, was greatest with the beta variant. But the beta variant, even though it escapes immunity very well, doesn't spread very well. So it has not established itself globally, unlike the alpha and the delta variant. Will we wind up with a variant that has characteristics of transmission and immune escape? As long as we continue to have high levels of replication, that is a threat. And we need to make sure that we are doing our best to both counter that threat by suppressing replication, by vaccinating people, by limiting transmission of infection, as well as by making sure that we are able to track variants very well.
Now, there is also a lot of doubt regarding how the third wave could affect children. There have been some contradictory reports in the past about whether the coming wave can hit the younger generation.
We have data from the sero surveys that shows that 60% of children are already exposed to the virus. And we don't have 60% vaccine coverage in the country among adults as yet. With a single dose, currently we have about 40+% coverage. So I don't think we should worry about getting vaccines to children because, quite frankly, I don't think that they are going to be disproportionately affected when and if there is a third wave.
Both experts have shared some valuable information on the future course of action against coronavirus, and we hope most of your questions and doubts have been answered.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.